going to be playing a Hell's Kitchen simulator. I can write down whoever I want, so I wrote down these players. Beaverman 1, the Cuddler, I don't know who he is. PewDiePie, Jacksepticeye, Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton, girl, other girl, Tom Holland, fangirls, Guy, other guy, YouTube, the rest of the world, an army of skeletons, Pikachu, Thanos, Winnie the Pooh, all of the MLS, United Kingdom, Notch, Jeb, USA, and Steve. Here we go. Let's get cooking. Yeah. Okay. The reaping. Proceed. Let's go. Tributes stand on their podium. The horn sounds. Grabs. Oh yeah. I forgot to tell you, we're not playing Hell's Kitchen. We're playing the Hunger Games. So, Tommy grabs a backpack and retreats. United Kingdom runs away from the cornucopia. The rest of them run away from the cornucopia. The other guy grabs a backpack and retreats. Fangirls receive a trident from inside the cornucopia. A trident. Wow, that's weird. The other guy grabs a shovel. Cuddler runs away from the cornucopia. USA runs away from the cornucopia. PewDiePie grabs a shield leaning on the cornucopia. And Clickbait runs away from the cornucopia. Thanos stays at the cornucopia for resources. Trump and Pikachu fight for a bag. Trump gives up and retreats. Moving on, Steve grabs a backpack and retreats. Guy runs away from the cornucopia. Jacksepticeye grabs a backpack and retreats. Bob, Joe, Jimmy, and Billy run from the cornucopia. Bob, Joe, Jimmy, and Billy are the army of skeletons, just so you know. Notch runs away from the cornucopia. Clinton grabs a jar of fishing bait while the Pooh gets fishing gear. Jeb, Beaver, and the MLS work together to get as many supplies as possible. I'm working with Jeb right now. Jeb from Minecraft. Yeah. And a whole league of people. Girl receives a trident from inside the cornucopia. Moving on. Day 1. Hillary Clinton shoots an arrow at the other guy's head. Girl searches for a water source. Beaver tries to spear a fish with a trident. Steve receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. The rest of them and Pooh split up to search for resources. Jacksepticeye travels to higher ground. Guy constructs a shack. Tommy and Notch threaten a double suicide. It fails and they die. Oh, Tommy and Notch are the first ones out. USA travels to higher ground. Pikachu camouflages herself in the bushes. Oh no. Bob, Joe, Jimmy, and Billy poisons the United Kingdom's drink, but mistakes it for his own and dies. Bob, Joe, Jimmy, and Billy are dead. Thanos tries to sleep through the entire day. Fangirls receive the hatchet from an unknown sponsor. The MLS runs away from PewDiePie. Cuddler chases Clickbait. Jeb constructs a shack. The other girl receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Trump hunts for other tributes. Yeah, that sounds like Trump, I'd say. 4 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. These are the people who have died. The other guy, Tommy, Notch, Bob, Joe, Jimmy, and Billy, sorry. Proceed. Oh my gosh. Beaver convinces Clickbait to snuggle with him. I mean, yeah, I do use Clickbait, and I'll probably use Clickbait for this video in some way. Thanos and Jeb sleeps and shifts. USA is awoken by nightmares. Fangirl fends the United Kingdom, the rest of them, and Steve away from her fire. Guy screams for help. Cuddler receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Clinton receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Other girl goes to sleep. Oh, girl severely injures the MLS and leaves him to die. Jacksepticeye climbs a tree to rest. Pikachu tries to treat her infection. Pikachu isn't a hero, but whatever. PewDiePie is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Trump and the Pooh tell stories about themselves to each other. Oh my gosh. Jeb, the rest of them, other girl Clinton, and Clickbait run for other tributes. PewDiePie travels to higher ground. The United Kingdom dies from dysentery. Sorry. Trump camouflages himself in the bushes. USA overhears Jacksepticeye and the Pooh talking in the distance. Girl is stalking Beaver. Oh my gosh. Cuddler, Guy, and Steve hunt for other tributes. Fangirl injures herself. Thanos discovers a river. Pikachu receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. The MLS has died, and the United Kingdom has died. Get wrecked, United Kingdom. Because we are better. Don't dislike this video, please. Trump thinks about home. PewDiePie screams for help. Clickbait climbs the tree to rest. Clinton receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. The Pooh attacks Thanos, but other guy protects him, killing the Pooh. Oh my goodness! Someone just killed Winnie the Pooh! Well, Pikachu tends to her wounds. Beaver, the rest of them, Guy, and Cuddler sleep in shifts. Girl thinks about winning. Jacksepticeye, Fangirl, Jeb, and USA sleep in shifts. Steve loses sight of where he is. Oh no. I'm gonna die. USA sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. Steve kills PewDiePie as he tries to run. Clinton receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Girl shoots a poisonous blow dart at Clickbait's head, slowly killing him. Thank you! Someone's murdered Clickbait. For good, please. It's ruining me. Well, Fangirl travels to higher ground. Jacksepticeye chases Jeb. The rest of them defeats Beaver in a fight, but spares his life because everyone loves me. Pikachu accidentally steps on a landmine. Pikachu is dead. Other girl is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Thanos receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Guy discovers a river. Cuddler is pricked by thorns while picking berries. And Trump tries to spear fish with the trident. 4 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. The Pooh, PewDiePie, Clickbait, and Pikachu. Yeah, I think I'm glad they're dead. The rest of them is awoken by nightmares. Thanos screams for help. Beaver defeats Steve in a fight but spares his life. Trump and the Guy run into each other and decide to truce for the night. Jacksepticeye and Cuddler huddle for warmth. Fangirls, Girl, Other Girl, Clinton, and USA sleep in shifts. Jeb passes out from exhaustion. Jeb sees smoke rising from the distance but decides not to investigate. Fangirl receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Cuddler kills Girls as she tries to run. Thanos diverts the rest of them's attention and runs away. Guy constructs a shack. USA receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Beaver attacks Trump, but he manages to escape. Man, I really wish I had killed him. Other Guy explores the arena. Steve thinks about home. Clinton searches for a water source. Jacksepticeye sees smoke rising from the distance, but decides not to investigate. 1 cannon shot can be heard. Girl. The rest of them, USA and Trump, discuss the game and what might happen in the morning. Guy cooks his food before putting his fire out. Steve thinks about winning. Other Girl severely injures Thanos and leaves him to die. Yes! Clinton loses sight of where she is. Beaver cooks his food before putting his fire out. Jacksepticeye attempts to start a fire but is unsuccessful. Fangirl sets up camp for the night. Cuddler sets up his camp for the night. Jeb climbs the tree to rest. Trump sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. Guy tries to sleep through the entire day. Beaver, Jacksepticeye, Cuddler, the Other Girl, and Clinton hunt for other tributes. The rest of them makes a slingshot. Jeb explores the arena. Steve stalks the USA. Fangirl is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Thanos died. Okay. Here we go. Proceed. Proceed. Please listen to me. Trump tends to his wounds. Clinton falls into a pit and dies. USA goes to sleep. Other Girl, Jeb, and Jacksepticeye sleeps in shifts. Cuddler kills Steve with his own weapon. Oh my gosh. Fangirl tends to her wounds. Beaver thinks about home. Yeah, I'm thinking real hard. The rest of them spears Guy in the abdomen. The cornucopia is replenished with food supplies, weapons, and memoirs for the tribute's family. Jacksepticeye decides not to go to the feast. Jeb and the Cuddler decide to work together to get more supplies. USA is unable to convince Other Girl to not kill him, so I think that means USA is dead. The rest of them sobs while gripping a photo of his friends and family. Gosh, this is so sad. Fangirl decides not to go to the feast. Trump decides not to go to the feast, and Beaver decides not to go to the feast. Good idea, people. Cuddler Beaver, Cuddler, and the other guy get into a fight. The Cuddler triumphs and kills them both. I just died. Oh my gosh. The doggy's going crazy. Hey, stop barking, buddy. Buddy, hey. Hey. The rest of them sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. Jeb steals from Fangirl while she isn't looking. Oh my gosh. Jeb steals from Fangirl while she isn't looking. Jacksepticeye travels to higher ground. Trump makes a slingshot. Proceed. No. Aw, 6 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Clinton, Steve, Guy, USA, Beaver. And the other girl. Man, who's gonna win? Trump starts a fire. Cuddler destroys Fangirl's supply while she is asleep. Jacksepticeye defeats the rest of them in a fight, but spares his life. Jeb cooks his food before putting his fire out. Let's do this. Jacksepticeye makes a slingshot. Jeb sprains his ankle while running away from the rest of them. Trump explores the arena. Fangirl explores the arena. Cuddler dies from hunger. Yeah, he deserves it for killing me. Cuddler. It's a cannon shot heard in the distance. The rest of them receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Trump pushes Jeb off a cliff during a knife fight. Jeb's dead. Jacksepticeye dies from an infection. Fangirl quietly hums. Oh, he's quietly humming. That's... Wow, I think Fangirl's got this in the bag. Trump, the rest of them, and Fangirl hunts for other tributes. Jeb and Jacksepticeye have died. Trump looks at the night sky. Fangirl receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. The rest of them go to sleep. The rest of them, Fangirl and Trump, get in a fight. The rest of them triumphantly kills them both! Oh my goodness. 2 cannon shots can be heard. Fangirl and Trump. The winner is the rest of them from District 7! The rest of them have won! More than one person. This is amazing! Look at this. Oh my gosh. I got 3rd place. Wow. Nice. Well, I'll take that. That was fun. That was fun. We need to do that again. Proceed. Thank you all so much for watching. Gosh golly, I hope you enjoyed it.